Hello, Paul. Paul,
Hello.
how are you tonight?
Oh, doing pretty well.
Great, great. We'll give a few more minutes for the other to join us.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
How was the project? Project one, we are done. We have only one more project to go that will be toward the end. And this evening, we are going to go into our next topic. And in this topic, we have two programs and the lab, it is a third one. And I'll start with this one, objective. This is RFID, this is radio frequency identification. What it does, it accepts code, ID code, and
Professor, you're not sharing a screen.
okay, sorry. The radio frequency identification, I have a code embedded into this blue device, and this one will be read by the radio frequency interface identification, and this one will be using the serial peripheral interface, SPI, and we're going to learn how we can use our Arduino to be interfaced with this RFID using the serial this serial peripheral interface, SPI. First of all, you need to read about RFID, radio frequency identification, and put a summary about what it does. And here is the wiring that you may use to communicate between your Arduino and your RFID. And here is the program. This program, you are gonna program your machine to read certain ID, and I'm gonna give it this ID. Then if it finds this ID, it will give you a message. Here we have our signal and the pin numbers for different Arduino kits. This program is ready to go, and you need to include the serial preference interface library. If you don't have it, you need to add it, download and add. And of course, you need also the MFRC22 library. Those are needed for this program. The program here is written almost for you. All what you need to do is just copy and paste and run. This one, it will have the definition of all of the pins at the very beginning. And I am defining a new ID. We have this that comes with certain ID, but I'm going to give it a new ID. This is defined right in here. Define new ID. This is hexadecimal number. Then I go to the setup and I'm initializing my serial port. I'm initializing the SPI, the serial peripheral interface, and I'm initializing my MFRC 522. And serial print line warning, this we're gonna override the UID existing on the machine we have. And we prepare the key by giving it all high. And this is how we initialize it with all high. Void in my loop, I set my user ID, new UID that was defined, this here. I am defining it here, read card serial, delay. Then here, I am printing my serial print, the ID, I am printing it after reading it. And here, my new ID is stored in here, and I'm setting it. Wrote new ID to card. So I wrote my new ID to the card. As we said, we are going to overwrite whatever exists. Here, I am showing the new ID content as it was written, and I'm verifying it. So I defined new ID card, I wrote it and I read it, and I printed it to verify that it was read correctly. Now it is your turn here in number 4 is to try a new system that may be implemented to use these features of RFID, radio frequency identification. Whatever the idea you have, you can use it and implement it here. For example, if you have a burglar alarm, you need to set it. To set it, and instead of entering a code, I can use this RFID. Any questions about this one? And this one, we have the code, we're gonna write it down, and then we think about another application for it. Then we have our second assignment, that is joystick. This is my joystick. In this joystick, I have VRX. This gives an analog signal corresponding to the X position. And VRY, this is another analog signal that corresponds to the Y position. So those are connected to A0 and A1. Those are my analog pins. And of course, I need 5 volt and ground. This is my joystick and how it is connected to Arduino. My X position, it is varying between 0 and 1023. What does it mean? I have increments from 0 to 1023. This is converted to a 0 to 5 volt. What goes into my A0, it is going to be 0 to 5 volt corresponding to the position. And the position, you can see the sensitivity and the accuracy, it is 0 to 1023. And for the Y position, I have the same thing. I can go from 0 to 1023. At the very beginning, I need to read the current position without touching the joystick. This is the center point, center X and center Y. So I read this, and this will be my reference. I read this, and this will be my reference. So here I am saying all the variables you need to define. We have many variables, about 8. Joy pin X will represent the VRX. Joy pin X, my VRX will be read and it will be in Joy pin X. And another one for Y. Joy pin Y. And one will be connected to pin 0 of the Arduino, and the other one, the Y, will be connected to VRY. Then I will declare X and Y, the positions X and Y. Those are 2 integers. Then I will define where is my center point, center X and center Y. Then I will initialize the two integers called x1 and y1. This will be adjusted by join pin X and join pin Y and center X and center Y. So I have the value of center X, this is my center point, and join pin X that says how far I go from this center point. Here you are going to define those variables, and then you are going to start reading those and writing down the positions. And it's recommended to have 100 milliseconds between each reading and the other. Then finally, you will print the X1 and Y1 positions. Again, after you finish with this and you try it, our next step is to think about an application for this joystick. Our lab will be a game, but you can still have another game. Hello, Arturo? Arturo?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, couldn't unmute it.
Is it clear enough?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Straightforward.
Okay. I'll go to the last one. It is our lab. In this lab, it is almost given to you, the program, but what we have, the program will generate a pattern using those 4 LEDs. A pattern, and then your turn is to play with this joystick and replicate this pattern. And to see if you win or not. And we have here all the information that you would need and the program, part of the program.
I got a question regarding that.
Yes, sir.
On Canvas, I don't know if I'm the only one who can see this, but I cannot see the document for Lab 4, like, since it's not published.
You cannot see it. Okay, start working and I will try to fix that.
Thank you.
I'll work on it. But start working on the other 2 assignments. Let me open the breakout rooms. Please start joining the rooms while I fix Lab 4 for you. Hello, Jordan.
Yes, what's up?
How far are you now?
Well, I ran into an issue. So I'm still kind of halfway through the RFID part, but I've now got a different code set that's working okay.
Okay.
It's a bit more feature rich, but it's also a little bit harder to set up.
You mean the one that you have that I gave you is not working?
I think it may have been because I used a different library for the project before, but I believe the tags are using a non-default header for their key.
Yeah.
So I think the assumption that it's all FF, it's all ones is not true. So it's not authenticating with the code you gave. But I believe we asked another group and they didn't have that problem. So I think it's just specifically because me and Eric used a different code base first.
Because I saw two of your colleagues, they are running it well.
Yeah. If you haven't touched it before, it should work out of the box. But we used it before and we wrote data to it. So it's no longer default.
Okay.
But yeah, we have code that now can write to it even if it's not default now.
So you have a code now that is running.
Yeah.
And you said that you have already done the joystick.
Yeah.
So the RFID, do you have another application for it? Because it's required to provide another application.
Yes, we do. For it comes to code bases, we have several ideas, and yeah, we have several ideas.
Okay. And what about the lab?
We're probably going to start and also most likely finish the lab on Wednesday when we get together for our weekly meeting. So the lab, although we haven't started on the lab yet, we worked with the joystick twice now. So I think we're probably going to be okay on that.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And see you next week then. Thank you.
Okay, see you around.
Hello, Daniel.
Hey,
How is the joystick?
I've been working on the keycard one, RFID.
Okay.
I have a I can show you what I've got.
Okay. Oh, very nice project. I cannot hear you, Daniel.
Oh, I've been muted this whole time, I think. Yeah, okay. So, let me try to restart. If I use the key card, it will turn the light on and rotate the servo, which it will
Okay.
unlock it, and it will also read the tag and say authorized access. And when I do the this little RF tag, nothing happens down here. and it'll read the tag and but just say access denied.
Okay. Very good. Very nice. I think now you're ready to go on the joystick.
Yeah, I started on the joystick. I did the first part, but I'm not really sure what I want to do or what we're gonna do for the game thing. So I just started the lab 4 to try and do that game, and maybe that'll give me an idea.
Okay, that's good. Go on lab 4 and maybe you are going to get ideas from lab 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all. If you do you need any help? If you have any questions, do you have any questions now?
No.
I've got one question about
Okay.
our grade for the project.
Would you please check it now?
Oh, okay. I'll double check.
Yep, I fixed it.
Hey, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.